Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we call it Rakdos Bombs. We're playing Arcane Bombardment in a Rakdos shell. It's a control-y deck that wins with Invoke Despair, Burn Down the House, all copied and recast from the graveyard over and over with the power that is Arcane Bombardment. There aren't a ton of easy mode ways to remove an enchantment in the meta right now. Vanishing Verse is probably the most popular, but the meta does have a lot of decks like Boros that have no way whatsoever to remove it. Mono White has no way whatsoever to remove it. Mono Green, no way to remove it most of the time. So when you put all that together, you get into a Shark Typhoon type of scenario where you slam the 6-mana Arcane Bombardment, and if you untap with it and you start casting spells, copying spells, giving you all kinds of free spells from your graveyard, you're probably gonna win. So we're playing the Arcane Bombardment deck, and in a different kind of shell. We played a kind of an Izzet version with some land destruction before. I think we played a Grixis version. There's a lot of different ways to play Arcane Bombardment. In Rakdos, you have just a ton of these like good, solid, cheap early game stuff that keeps things together. And you have Fable of the Mirror Breaker, of course, because why wouldn't we put that in every deck we possibly could? So Voltage Surge, the removal spell of the format. Blood Tithe Harvester. This is a sus one, probably staring at the deck list. You're like, what's that doing there? We need something to play early. We want cheap, affordable artifacts that we can sacrifice to the Voltage Surge. And the Harvester is never very bad. It can attack Obnixilis that the opponent plays. It can sacrifice to kill opposing creatures. There's only one time in the whole game where Harvester and Fable the Mirror Breaker are bad cards, and that's when you have an Arcane Bombardment and you need to draw a spell off the top to cast the spells under Arcane Bombardment. In that scenario, drawing Harvester is very bad, but even then, you get the Blood Token. And you can use the Blood Token to discard a card and possibly draw into another spell. Also, to make sure that the spells keep coming, I've got 4 copies of Hunt for Specimens. This is another early game play that adds some needed life gain to the deck to try to give it time to bridge into the bombardment. And from the lessons, you can keep more spells available in your hand. CGB, why do you have green lessons and blue lessons in your Rakdos deck? Because I have some treasures. I can make treasures from Fable of the Mirror Breaker or from Big Score, which is, of course, an awesome way to ramp into bombardment plus Voltage Surge, Duress, or Spikefield Hazard to trigger the bombardment the very turn that you play it. We also have the Celestis, mana of any color. So it's not completely unrealistic that we might need to cast a Teachings or a Containment Breach more than the second Environmental Sciences or the second Mascot Exhibition. And I like having a little bit of variety. Whenever I run Hunt for Specimens, because it makes a 1/1 on its own, I like to run Necrotic Fumes to exile opponents' things. What else can I say about the deck? Oh yeah, the win cons are sweet. 4 copies of Invoke Despair, just despair, 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 despair. What a cool way to win the game. And then Burn Down the House, which makes Devils, and Devils can flood up the board, attack opponents, tear them to ribbons. It's another very powerful card in the deck that helps us fend off against the aggro mages. Instead of running a cycling land in this deck, I'm running Bloodfell Caves, because this deck, more than normal, just wants to stay alive. And if it stays alive, it can and often should win the game. So a little gain land instead of a cycling land. Seasoned to taste. It also does cut 4 rares off the price tag of the deck. Not that I care, but some of you in the comments like to obsessively care about the price tag of the deck. The good news for you guys is we actually do have a good number of commons and uncommons in the deck, and the rares are a little bit expendable. I wouldn't cut Fable, but I wouldn't cut Invoke Despair or Burn Down the House, and of course Mythic Bombardment. But the other things are up for debate. Do you have to have Celestis? No, you can probably play something else in the spot of the Celestis, although it's nice. You don't need to have Hagra Maulings. They're just rare lands that we're using because we want more spell count. It does help the deck, but you don't need them. Same for things like Takenuma the Abandoned Mire. You know, there is hardly anything to get back here anyway. Takenuma is definitely at its worst, but it's better than another swamp, unless you don't have the budget for the Mire. You know what I mean. So, and then down here, like, we just got 4 Surges, 4 Hazards, 2 Duresses, 4 Harvesters, 4 hunt for specimens. All of our 1s and 2 drops are common and uncommon. You're welcome. So, can be a very fun way to break into a control strategy that doesn't involve having to have counter spells up all the time. Just do try to set yourself up to cast Arcane Bombardment, then cast a spell on your turn, and then hopefully cast another 1-mana spell on the opponent's turn. Give yourself every opportunity to be Arcane Bombarding every single turn, yours and theirs. That's my best tip for playing the deck. We're going to dive in, see how it holds up in Mythic. Let the nonsense begin.
Covert Go Blue will be appearing at Too Many Games Friday, June 24th to Sunday, June 26th. Prepare for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering action, including a panel with CGB and other special guests. Bring your deck for the chance to play against them one-on-one for some awesome prizes. And while you're there, be sure to check out our huge marketplace, massive free play arcade, cosplay wrestling event, tabletop tournaments, concerts, and much more. Click the link below or visit toomanygames.com to get your ticket today.
All right, opener's good. It's just slow. You know, on the draw stuff. Typical on the draw stuff. Just have to live long enough to cast our 5 drops, and we're doing great. Shatter Skull Smashing. Okay. Another black-red opponent. Underdog. I have a black-red deck not running Underdog. I'm weird. Don't mind me. Yeah, I'm probably going to sack and trade it anyway. Let's keep the life total high. We're a control deck after all. Opponent's Jundi with more doggy. Here's my fable. Let me tell you a story. It's the same story you've heard a million times, okay? Tell me if you've heard this one before. There once was a Kiki Jiki. He's just a little goblin, you know, grabbing treasure by being aggressive. All right, fine. So what do we discard? What are we doing this turn? Not much, to be honest. I like keeping the hazard to try to deal with an underdog that they might blitz back. We could channel the Mire if we hit an untapped land and have nothing else to do. I think I'll just pitch 1 Hive. There's a bombardment. All right, so I guess I'm not using the Mire. So we'll play the Caves. If they blitz this underdog, we'll hazard it and it'll exile. They won't draw a card, but they're not doing that. What you got for me? The War Chief. Okay. War Chief. Okay. So sweeping the board here is not the most effective play of my life. I think we'll invoke some Despair and try to draw into some better cards and set up the bombardment. Interesting, they kept the War Chief. I wouldn't have done it that way. Just gonna block. I don't have anything to copy. I know it has trample. Just trying to keep the life total high, because if we live long enough to do arcane stuff, we got a chance. Okay, dude. Oh, they are playing cards that are very bad for me. And this is 10. This is just lethal next turn, potentially. If I sweep the board, they make 2 4/4s, they blitz back, we go to 1. And then they have 2 4/4s I have to deal with. I could, in theory, hit burn down the house twice. The other thing I could do is make the Devils. Yeah. Now, they've definitely had the cards that are very, very good against me here. I guess we try to keep one. Every life point could matter. Actually, we take 9 here. We go to 3. Am I dead to something? Meat hook? No. Okay, actually, I think we keep these around because we still have to guard against underdoggies. And we hold. Yeah, okay. Chariot on top of everything else. Cool. Yep, we did need some blockers. It's a lot of land to draw in a spot like this. All right, we're gonna need to hit really well here. Oh, good, they're powering up. All right, that might make some things easier. We need to somehow kill the war chief. It has trample, so that's not optional. Ob? Sure.
After 1,000 years,
I think they'd be better off doing this after.
new conquest. Pleasure doing business with you. Defy
Like, we have a burn down the house we could hit.
Lose everything.
And that's a big part of the plan here, is we want to spike field hazard, hit burn down the house if we're really lucky. All right, what is that? 3? Okay. Is that gonna work? If I put this on the stack first, let's see, whenever you cast your first exile a card at random, then copy exile card with bombardment. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost. So this is gonna resolve second. How do we make sure? I guess resolve this.
After
And then,
1,000,
I don't know, I'm gonna target here, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
a new conquest.
Nice. Okay.
Not
Too
worth
bad
the
though.
effort.
It means that they do get the rhino, and we need to top deck a spell. That's a spell. That's a spell. Now we need devils because we need to block the hive and the underdogs. Lucky. I'd rather be lucky than good. All right, I'm just chilling. I'm not risking no blitzed workshop war chief nonsense. Oh, they're coming right at me. So if I do this, they draw 2 cards, they go to 7, then we attack them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got them. We got a hive. Yep. You're done. Dunzo. Okay, we got really lucky to draw the way we did. I mean, if we're gonna win, we're gonna do it with Arcane Bombardment. Let's go. Yes! God, I thought we were dead. I thought that game was absolutely over. All right, Hazards and Fables and Celestis on the draw. Show me some 1 toughness creatures. Blue? Probably not gonna happen. All right, a little bit of pressure. Something for them to play target practice with. Pretty happy to see it Jwari'd. I mean, there's a lot of cards I don't want Jwari'd. Blood Tithe Harvester? Good riddance. Hunt. Okay. Fable? How many Jwari's did you draw? Okay. Our opponent subscribes to the no fun model of Magic. Yes, 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 of course. Haha! Gold Span Dragon! Just so exciting. New and original card. How many negates did you draw? Cool. You're telling me there's a chance. Not 2 gold span dragons? Amateur. Frickin' amateur hour over here. I think I need better threats than hunt for specimens. It's more of a get on the defensive type of card. Yeah, you're gonna kill this, right? So just do it. Figured it out. Okay. We're gonna big score. That's our big plan. Opponent's gonna chill on an ocean of nonsense. None of it protects the dragon, so it might be spot removal. Duress, huh? Duress you. I mean, none of it sweeps. I think they're smashing. Great, 3 devils. Time to tear them apart before they draw something good. There's a lot of pressure on their top deck right here. And they draw. Uh-huh. Why wouldn't it be? Whoa, they want to race? Okay, gamer. Okay, gamer. Ooh, tough choice. Tough choice. I think we race harder. Yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to block. Really beat the crap out of them for that attack last turn. Good riddance, Gold Span Dragon Pile. Yeah, 619 Boudica Boudica. With the name Willis and the avatar, it reminds me of Unbreakable. Pretty strong Unbreakable vibe there. Mono white. All right, I'm ready. Luminarch Ass Pirate, let's go. One time, Luminarch Ass Pirate. Thalia, that'll do. Let's go 2 points here. Gotta shoot him down. Take him out. Ooh. Difficult decision. Difficult decision. As crazy as it sounds, I think this is the right decision. I think I have a lot of other ways to kill the Thalia, but the Luminarch will just keep piling up, you know? See if they're ready to remove the Harvester. Usha, usha. $16. Let's keep the blood. They've got 3 mana open here. Let's try to kill the Thalia. Resolves. Cool. I love Fable. They have 3 open mana. It's a little off curve. I want to go specimen hunting. Let's keep the mana coming. Because right now we're pretty far away from Invoke Despair mana. Play another Harvester. Keep clogging up the board. Backup Thalia, of course. Adeline, okay. You want to attack? No, you don't. Not really. So the Harvester hits the Adeline. Mauling's a bit unfortunate. Could also kill the Thalia and maul the Adeline. Okay, pretty good. Kill them all. All the white aggro creatures must die. None shall stand. And the top of the library rips. Ha! More Usha. Good choice. I like that. I mean, I'll take the trade, of course, but they need to. They can't just sit there being scared of a pest. Burn down the house. I think we're gonna get attacked by that cave. Might as well set up for burn down. And hit our land drop. They do something they're not that excited to play. Let's see what they do here. What you got? Land! Yeah, I won't be that excited either. Alright, I don't think we need to burn it down. Let's just get a little wall of pesty besties. Hold. Let's go. Undaunted Usher of the Fallen here. And a land. Opponent, are you salty? Here's a Fable. We hold this. We've got blood tokens. Although we'll probably end up playing it, quite honestly. We've also got the Celestis. Find a Luminarch. Haven't given up yet. You know what? Decline. Our hand's great. Send a message. Back-to-back Ass Pirate. Love it. I'm gonna mess around and lose. I don't know if they can attack here. Maybe they feel like they have to. But this means I get to attack them with the goblins. Make a whole bunch of treasure. We got Fables flipping. We're not even drawing like the best part of our deck, and we are getting there. Who's the beatdown now? Devils! Devil made me do it, Ma. There you go. Get rid of one of those little aspirants. And no attacks, finally. Well, I guess that means the opponent's really seen the writing on the wall, huh? Alright, let's copy little treasure bro and send in the squad. How many treasures can we get here? The answer is going to be a lot of them. Drop them to 9. Make another trio. All this treasure, no use for it. Dahlia, you got it. Better put a counter over there. Wouldn't want anything bad to happen. Arcane Bombardment, at last. We have no spell, though. Let's see if we draw one. We do not. I mean, I'm just playing with my food at this point, but they're the ones who haven't conceded. So why not? Look at all that treasure mana, finally putting in work. All those blood tokens finally being useful. Oh. Feast on their tears. Nice. It's a land. The opponent wants us to revel in their sadness. I do revel in your sadness. No spells. Over at no spells. We're done with you, Willis. Your white deck must resign. Hazards and harvesters and surges, oh my. And what you don't want to see, an island. When you're playing the all removal deck, you don't want to see the island. Oh, okay. How fun. So they're playing protection effects. Interesting, right? Because we're going to want to use all of our removal against them. If we use it at the right time, we could definitely kill their stuff. Wrong timing is going to cost us games. I think what we're supposed to do now is get the harvester down and try to set up for the future. And hope they don't just natural flip. Beautiful. Beautiful. Justice. Dang, bro. And no attack. So they got away from the spike field hazard just like that, didn't they? How about them apples? We could try to race them, but it really won't work. They'll flip eventually. They could definitely have 2 protection spells here, which would be a blowout if we go for the surge. But I think that what it means is I'm supposed to play this and this first. I don't think they'll counter it. They seem all about protecting their Delver. So let's put some pressure on the Delver. Make them have 2 protection spells here. Okay, they tapped out. Beautiful. Invoke Despair should be really good if we can actually cast it. They've got the Illuminator. If they tapped out from March, they might not have something here. But let's try a little priority check. They have something. Okay. So that's going to save the Virtuoso. And put counters on it. We have the day-night thing, so let's end a turn. All right, this is where we just need to try to make them use it, especially if it's a phasing effect. We would love for them not to get these counters. The sad thing about the phasing effect is that we are not going to get to invoke despair this thing. So it only gets one of the counters. This connive counter it won't get. The homestead courage it won't get. Fable too slow. Burn down the house, not bad. Let's go for an arcane bombardment. Now the opponent has their mana. We have 23 life. Can they just straight kill us? Let's find out. Okay, we're not dead. They're probably going to phase. If they phase, we don't hit very well. We could also make creatures, but then they can probably generate unblockability, so I think we just go for this, even though it's not... We might hit a 1-mana spell. If we hit a 1-mana spell, we have a chance to do it again on their turn. And if they don't have phasing, they're gonna lose the Virtuoso. It's rough. It's rough out here, guys. They do lose some life and we draw 3. Oof. We do not hit a spell. All right, they probably just kill us here. Let's find out. 16. You need to get to 8. Okay. Interesting. So if we play the Harvester, we have a blocker. I'm trying to think, like, do we pitch with the blood here? That's the question. I think we do. Two, three. I think we're casting the big score, not the Invoke Despair. Because we need a chance to go on both turns. If we go for an Invoke Despair here, I think they just phase again. Oof. Oof. That's rough. Yeah, we might need the land, so we'll take it. Don't need another Celestis. Another Caves. Alright, so we have to draw another instant. Draws haven't been great. I'm not gonna lie, the draws have not been great. Alright, exile something good. It's not what I would describe as good, but it does at least get the opponent. Does get them to flinch, doesn't it? Maybe. And we do get the 2 cards yet. No, okay. Alright. Can I respond by tapping this? No. Alright. Yeah, really unlucky hit on the Surge. I'm not sacrificing the Celestis to try to force them just to do something that puts a counter on it. Okay, we drew an instant. That's a big deal. We can make a couple blockers, so the opponent has to get past them. We can also try to force a spell with the burn down the house, dealing 5. I don't love that. Very frustrating little critter to play against, isn't it? There's really not much you can actually do. Alright, so we play the Harvester. We've got some blockers now. The opponent has to get around them. They probably have a way to do it. And we have a Spikefield Hazard to try on their turn if they're going to use phasing to avoid us. Fable can't get exiled to the bombardment. We really need to hit an Invoke Despair. Did nothing with their whole turn. Okay, they're going for shelter. Let's try a response. And Invoke Despair. Nice. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Ooh, priority check nothing? That's nice. Get wrecked. Did we get there? They were all in on a shelter? What's the rest of their hand? Get out! We did it! We beat the frickin' Illuminator Virtuoso pile. Oh my god, I know I roped the hell out of them, but it's a tough game. It is a tough game to play against that thing. And, you know I played those decks. I won with those decks. I showed those decks off. Some will call this hypocrisy. I hate those decks. I even said it's my least favorite strategy in the video. I hate them. So, what don't I hate, right? Classic control mage. We just hate the world, so we try to take control of it. Okay, nice little opening here. Wish it were on the play. Also, the Harvester might not be castable, but we'll figure it out. I'll gain that life right back. Haha. Good opening for the opponent. If they have Ob, they have the God Draw. Oh, we could play around it. I think I will. I mean, they can still copy the Epicure, but let's just get this gone. We're in a lot of trouble. So far, they have the nuts on the play. It's very scary, but it takes time. We're gonna try to use that time and use it well. I don't know, man. Maybe it's supposed to be you. The life gain matters. Start from scratch matters. Spikefield Hazard this thing before they have Deadly Dispute up. One less critter. A little less damage. Why not? We're a long way from this Invoke Despair, though. Field of Ruin and 2 red sources. Whoa, Blitzy underdoggy. Okay. Destroy target artifact. Go away. Maybe I'm supposed to block the underdog with the pest that turn, but I like that they sacked their construct and didn't trade. Not sure why they did that exactly. But a lot of people do, like, favor this never miss a point stuff. Oh my god, freaking Hearthstone players. Again, the opponent thinks they're gonna grind me out. That's interesting, right? Resources or life total? You know, they can sack this to Invoke Despair, so getting it off the field feels good. So 4 of these are non-lands. Interesting. Let's just pass and have a nice big score. Oh, now we're a Fable gamer. Okay. Eats up a lot of Invoke Despair, doesn't it? Amazing what one card can do. More Despair. Nothing I can combine with the Bombardment quite yet, though. Maybe we just slam it, make them have it, or we slam Despair. What's left? 2 red. Kill their Fable, kill their 1/1. They attack, make a treasure. They attack for potentially 5. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, guys. We're in big trouble. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do about it. The mana's too awkward. Yeah, we just gotta slam this. The rest of our turns have to be way better than our current turn, and we have to hope 10 life holds here. It'd also be nice to draw... Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leaves 2 mana open. Casting Invoke Despair doesn't look too good. We'd have to get pretty lucky and hit the big score to then be able to big score the next turn. More likely I'm big scoring, discarding Invoke Despair. They dropped a Meat Hook. Okay. Okay. I mean, we know they love blitzing underdog. They're gonna do it again. A lot of misses down there. Gotta be honest, I don't like our chances here with the bombardment. A lot of misses in that graveyard and not a lot of time. We gotta get lucky. Okay, they tapped out. We're at 4. They don't have any obvious burn, but Meat Hook Massacre is lurking. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leaves up 3 mana. We would have to hit a way to make a mana to big score into Invoke Despair, and I don't trust it. I really don't trust it. So we'll go like this. Hey, we might even exile it. We exile Voltage Surge. Voltage Surge, take out you. All right, we need an instant. We hit an instant. Could be a lot worse. Hang in there, guys. All right, there's Hook for 0. In response to that, we've got to kill some stuff. Nope, we don't need to sacrifice an artifact. Submit 0, trigger, bombardment. What gets exiled? It is Invoke Despair? Well, they're gonna sacrifice one of the things that's being targeted. But if we kill the reflection, that's also gonna get eaten. So we want to put this first, and then this. And if we kill the reflection and they sack this, then they still have a 1/1, but we can power up a hive, but we still take a damage that way. I think I'm just gonna pick off the Epicure then, because the reflection's gonna get hit no matter what, because Invoke Despair makes them sack an enchantment. Okay, Spikefield Hazard 2. We still have Hive available as a blocker. We're trying to get out of it. We need to gain some life. We have some lessons down here. It's a little hunt for specimens waiting. Here comes Underdoggy. Here comes an attack. We gotta do it. And we have to tap right. Go blue. All right, 11 life, 3 life. No more treasures, so I guess I'm doing this. into this. Oh, baby. Are they dead? It's really close. I mean, life gain, I guess. Yes, please. But I think I get them to 1 and then I hazard for the win. Oh, never mind. No, yes, I was right. Yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes. Die. Oh my god. Back from the edge of defeat. You'll love to see it. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and we'll check out the stats powered by MTG Assistant. Download link in the description. Track your wins and losses. It's good for the content. The stats, you know, it's sus because it's a small sample size. Always is. But man, do you guys like it makes everybody feel so smart having just a couple of stats in the video. All right. 100% win rate. Lock it in, guaranteed. You will never lose a single game. This is what more scientific evidence do you possibly need? 100, put it at the top, 100% win rate. It's like an A on the report card. Now it's written in the search box above the deck. Hell, let's put in the title of the deck. Why not? Rakdos bombs. Rakdos 100% win rate. Yes. Oh my god. How could you ever lose a game with this? You must be the worst Magic player alive to lose a game with this deck. Now that's a certified on YouTube 100% win rate as shown in the stats. And oh, hold on, check this again. Is that true? 5 times on the draw, 0 times on the play. 5-0 on the draw, undefeated. Suck it, universe. Okay. I mean, look, it's honestly, this is the kind of deck that's CGB classic. I have kind of steered away over the years as trying to appease and finding out what a wider audience likes. I have steered away from the classic formula that built the channel. That formula, for those of you who want a little rant, was to try to brew up some weird kind of control deck every single day. Pretty much the Sonio method. If you're a sub to his channel, check him out, SONIO on YouTube. Silent gameplay. If you like my voice, you'll find something lacking in his videos. But if you're down to just watching Magic, you know, he's one of the only people who can do it with no cam, no voice. Very impressive. And every day he makes like a different control deck. And that used to be me. He's even said as much that, you know, I used to do this and now he does this. And that used to be me, just trying to brew control in every type of color for the meta. This is like that classic CGB video that it's a deck specifically for the meta as we see it today, a control deck with where all the card choices don't quite make sense, but then you play it in exactly the right meta, which is kind of the current Mythic meta, and you're like, oh my god, that's really actually very powerful. And we pull off the nonsense. It might have also helped that we got insanely lucky today. The game against Jund was lost. One of the games against Boros was lost, and the deck just would not die. But those meta decks, they're good for like a couple of weeks. When the meta, especially when the meta is stale. Like this summer, I expect the standard meta to be very stale. And I expect until like Mill has a big resurgence or something, and like you can probably play a lot of this deck and get a lot of mileage out of it because it's going to farm on Boros and mid-range strategies, and nobody's going to remove Arcane Bombardment. It's going to feel good. So should you play Craft, try this deck? I think if you're playing Standard this summer, yes. I think that these are the types of old school control, weird off meta, but anti-meta brews that helped build the channel. So if you are interested in winning in current ladder, go do it. Here's your pile. And I hope you enjoy it because it is a very fun deck to play. So you'll get a lot of mileage out of those Mythic wildcards on Arcane Bombardment. I promise. On that note, thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Remember to leave comments with all of your incredible 5-0 stat runs, because obviously, how could you possibly lose a game when this deck went 5-0 in the hands of an incompetent YouTuber like me? You're cool.